What it do, YouTube? DJ Kryptonite here talking pro boxing, combat sports, and the like. Just want to get right to it with the Rollie Romero Barreros fight. Um, I don't want to say it was lackluster, but it was interesting to see a 40-year-old man. At least that's what they're claiming. He's 40 years old, but it's always hard to say um, with international boxers. You just don't know. He just looked a little older in the face. Physically, he didn't look too bad, but Barreros looked a bit of age. You know, no, they were stating he was 40 years old. But that's up for question, in my opinion. But I won't go there. The problem was Romero is Rollie Romero is just not a skilled boxer, and that's period, point blank. I think everybody knows that he's not a skilled boxer. He started boxing late. I think he was about 17 or 18 when he picked up a pair of gloves and just started boxing for real. Um, but that just leads me to think that, for one, uh, Javante Davis probably should have taken him out early because he's just not a skilled boxer. You know, he's a great hype man for boxing, shit talker. He's one of those guys that talks his way into fights, but he's just not very skilled. And really, his coaching staff or his training staff is not improving upon that. If you listen to the direction from the corner, they were just telling him to move around or run around when you're not throwing punches. So he has no jab game. He has no defense other than just getting out of harm's way. I think, and that's going to be dangerous for him, especially given the circumstances of the stoppage. The stoppage was very much incorrect. It looks like it was home cooking. My thought is, Mayweather's from Vegas. He's a resident of Vegas. Rollie is a resident of Vegas. It was co-promoted by a Mayweather Promotions. Rollie is a Mayweather boxer. Um, uh, you know, Tony Weeks is a long 29 years in the game as a ref. He's been doing Vegas fights forever and a day. I'm not suggesting that it was foul play, but the stoppage was inappropriate. The crazy part is, up until that point, Barros was controlling the fight. He was winning the fights, substantially, significantly winning the fight. But the first sign of, I guess, where he had to fight off Rollie or defend himself, or there was a slight change in momentum. That was an opportunity for Tony Weeks to stop the fight because the guy wasn't hurt. Barros wasn't hurt. He looked like he was, he was getting battered around a little bit because a lot of Rollie's punches are pushing punches. There was no clean shots being landed at the time of the stoppage, and that was a little suspect. He stepped in and waved it off, and he waved it off. And like I said, Barros was not hurt at all at that time. So it's just a bit confusing. And again, it's boxing. It's a lot of corruption in boxing, a lot of manipulation in sports in general because of the money aspect of it. Um, and it was a little suspect how Rollie got the opportunity to fight for a belt after coming off of a loss to Javante Tank Davis. That's a little strange too. You move up, you're not a title holder, and you get an immediate shot at the title at the next division up. It's just not normal. And at some point, if the home cooking and the manipulation and that type of suspect stoppage if it doesn't continue that way, Rollie will be in for it when he gets in the ring with elite boxers. If he's getting protected by certain individuals, companies, um, networks, then he's okay. He'll be okay. But if he stops getting protected, he's not a skilled enough fighter to essentially defend himself. He doesn't know how to cut off the ring. He's supposed to be a power puncher, but can't put anybody in a position to set him up. Like, you can't set up people. You can't even set up a boxer by cutting off the ring and running him into big shots. You don't know how to do that. He doesn't know how to do that. It's just amazing to see that this guy is supposed to be on an elite level, and skill wise, he's just not there. So it's unfortunate. Maybe I'm just ranting on this. So the fight, A little disappointing fight. Barros had a great showing, but he showed against a boxer who's not skilled. He may be a power puncher, and I said this before in one of my videos. uh, Romero is just Prince Nassim Hamed reinvented, but almost less skilled. At least Prince Nassim Hamed would actually, he would stay in the pocket, he would throw big shots, he could avoid punches, but he didn't run. He kind of, he used his legs. He had huge legs, much like Pacquiao, and he had a good base. He could move. He could, and he would throw big shots. He winging shots, but he was throwing big shots. Rollie is that guy, but he's just not as skilled. Nowhere near Prince Nassim Hamed. And it's unfortunate. I think Rollie's going to get hurt eventually once he fights somebody. I know he called out Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a skilled boxer. So if there's no manipulation or no massaging of the fight, Ryan Garcia will probably knock him out. And I guess as a fight fan, I'm looking forward to the fight, but only because it's just going to clearly show that Rollie should not be on that level. And it's unfortunate. I think he's going to get himself hurt if they actually let the fight play out the way it's supposed to with the King Ryan Garcia fight versus Rollie Romero. So anyway, your thoughts on a weekend of boxing that was I don't know. I guess it was for entertainment purposes. It was okay because when we see corruption and see the massage or manipulation of the sport, it's entertaining, but it's sad to see. But anyway, your thoughts on this? Let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, all of that sort of thing. But let me know what you think. And you have a great week. I'm sure I'll be talking soon. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of fights coming up. So we have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'm done with this video. Have a great week. Deuces.